Hi, I'm Steph. You may or may not know me, but you more than likely know my mum, Linda. John has asked me to share a little bit about my experience with the Alpha course. So I thought I'd start by explaining a bit about my relationship with God and with the church. So when I was little, I used to come to church a lot. As I got older, I started going less and less, and now I mainly come to Bethel on the legendary Carols by Candlelight service and the pantomime. We've always talked openly as a family about faith, and even though I wasn't coming to church a lot, I would still pray every now and then. I've never not identified as a Christian. I think I just prioritised other things like dancing and karate and my friends. And I don't know that had I done the Alpha course sooner than now, that I would have had the experience that I did. I tend to focus on what's right in front of me, and I sometimes struggle to see the bigger picture, and at times, but I am trying to improve on this. And I think that you definitely need to be able to see the bigger picture when it comes to thinking about God. So when Mum asked me if I wanted to do the Alpha course, I ummed and ahed. I was going through some things in my personal life and my relationships, and I wasn't sure that it might be too much for me to think about at that time. But then I thought it might be good to focus on something else. And so I think I went on the course with the expectation of learning something new, learning a bit more about Christianity. And I guess also I thought that it doesn't harm to be open to the possibility of something more than just learning. And yeah, I really did learn. I think what was also good about it this year is that there was less pressure with it being online. I could sit there in my pyjamas and my dressing gown and eat pizza, which Mum and I did on a few occasions. So it was quite a relaxed environment, and there was no pressure really. I think the most memorable one for me was when we were doing the Holy Spirit weekend. For some reason, and it might be obvious to you guys, but for some reason it just got to me. Nikki Gamble was talking about how the Holy Spirit can present within you, and you can feel it in different ways. And after the session, John was praying, and he had this vision of and shared it with us that he could see someone within the group, or related to the group that was doing the Alpha course, that they were wearing a mask. And I'd literally only said to my parents the other day that I felt that I was wearing a mask and putting on a brave face when I was going to see my friends and things. And yeah, it just really hit me. And then there was another one that that John said on the same night in the same prayer, that he could see someone. He had a vision of a hamster on a wheel just running, and that's something that my parents have always described me as, is I just keep going and going. And the things that Nikki Gamble had been saying in that session started happening, and I just had this overwhelming feeling and this warmth within me, and yeah, indescribable really, but just very overwhelming and quite scary in a way. But it sort of made me start thinking maybe there's something in this, and yeah, that was it was very overwhelming, I think is the main word that I use to describe it. But from there, what was really nice is that I felt excited to tell people that I'd had this experience. And I went and saw, it was when we were able to see our friends and things. So I went and saw one of my friends who I've gotten a lot closer to within the last year, and we were having a drink, and I told her about what happened, and I had this insane experience, but it felt real, and it was real. And she actually opened up. She's come over from America and started a life over here, which is amazing. And she told me that she's a Christian, and that she feels that at times she has to hide that from people. And she ended up showing me her tattoo on her wrist, which was of the cross. And as I say, because she's felt like she has to hide that at times from people, she usually wears a watch to cover it. But she took it off and showed me, and yeah, it was special. And I feel like that conversation and us now knowing that it's something we can talk about has brought another dimension to our friendship, which is lovely. So I think that the Alpha course, generally hearing the stories and the way that faith has changed people's outlook and their ways, it really inspired me, and I think came at the right time for me, when I was maybe not seeing the possibility of change in how I felt, and it came at a point where maybe I needed to just hear someone say, you're loved, and you're not alone. And it did give me a sense of peace, feeling that. So after it, I came out feeling like I wanted to learn more and explore more. There are still things that I doubt, but I feel like I've taken a big step, and hopefully soon I'll be telling you that I've taken a big leap.